People, what's going on? We are here. We are here. Oh, man. Another great week. Another great day.
Another great topic.
People, as you guys know, it's this boy from MentorMe.com.
Alongside Mikey Advise. What's going on, y'all?
As you guys know, every Thursday, we try to talk about topics that really change the dynamics of how a lot of us approach life. And today we're going to be talking about this whole new generation of emotional recklessness. A lot of people are just so emotional on anything you say, anything you post. If you don't agree to everything, we're going to talk about this a little bit more in depth because it's bothersome to a certain degree. Because why are so many grown adults?
Just say it for what it is, man. Just say it's weak. It's just weak. It's just weak.
It's like nowadays, Mike, you can't express how you feel on no degree. Everybody feels it. If you don't agree, it's like I remember one time going somewhere with a group of cultured individuals.
Cultured
individuals, right? And they asked me, "Hey, you're a fan of Jay-Z?" I'm like, "No, I'm not really a fan of his music." Damn, a brother like you should. Damn, I didn't know because I'm black I have to like or embrace Jay-Z. I'm just.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes the New York music. I'm a fan of his success, but I'm not a fan of his music. That's just never been my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like Southern music. I like R&B. I like EDM. I like shouts out to Afrobeats EDM. I like different types of music. So I'm not really a fan of, especially Hispanic music, hip hop Hispanic music. I love that reggaeton shit, man. I love that trap music of the Hispanic culture. Like Anuel, shouts out to Anuel always. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to talk about it. We're going to break this down because it's a real problem. Nowadays, you can't even go on certain apps and express yourself because somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Right.
Feelings is such a problem nowadays. And I can't understand because social media was a place where people could be social. People could express themselves. But now it's like you express yourself, Mike, it's this person getting his feelings hurt. Oh, this person want to probably kill you or shoot you. This person feels the way. There go that feeling. They feel the way. But I thought a debate, if I'm correct, Mike, it's just two people expressing their sides with some stated facts or stated opinions behind it. What's the big deal? What's happening, Mike?
Bobby, this is the fall of free speech. Freedom of speech was always compromised, right? I mean, let's think back to anybody prominent.
Okay.
In our culture, at least, Malcolm, whatever.
Malcolm X, all that good stuff.
Certain things we know were never really,
King,
that you can say, right? Freedom of speech was always kind of iffy. Good evening, good evening. But really what I want to talk about is that the level
of the pulse in the building was popping.
It's the level of weak. Are we building a generation of weak people, weak-minded people?
Yes.
And I want to first dive into the social media factor. I think with social media, right, when we talk about this, I'm definitely going to tread light in the beginning because there is a such thing as social engineering, right?
Correct.
That's a real thing. That's a real factor. We know people get hacked, etc.
Correct.
But I believe social media, the rise of that, and I had a conversation earlier today, my generations being the latter 80s, early 90s, we were the outside generation. We was really outside. There wasn't no sitting in the house.
Yeah, you outside, you doing real activities.
You on your bike.
80s, babies, 90s, babies. Okay, correct.
And the reason I say it is because when you look at the kids today, specifically the young boys, because I'm a man, so the young boys, they're losing the grit.
They soft.
They're too soft, right?
They bitches.
These young boys, yeah, exactly. It's horrible. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because our women are going to have to deal with this in the future. And if we keep raising a generation of soft, young, weak men, who's going to lead us? Who's going to lead you, ladies?
That's a real problem. Let's really think about this.
Allergic to adversity, allergic to opinions.
Imagine. Everything is, they sensitive to everything.
If everybody doesn't agree, it's a problem.
Imagine
What's going on?
a young, soft boy, a young, soft individual. That's soft. When we talk about soft, we're talking emotion. Everything bothers them. If it's not how they think, it's a personal problem. You got to understand what happens. As they get older, that young boy becomes a very sensitive young man.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a very sensitive grown man, which leads into certain things we see today that causes death.
Let's talk about laziness.
A
lazy little boy, lazy young man, lazy grown man.
It's 100%.
Staying in the house, scrolling all day. He's not really outside. He hasn't really, he ain't got no scars on his knees from falling off his bike. Don't rollerblades out. No scooters, just not really getting in the mud, right? Not going out there and getting that grit, getting that experience.
Correct.
Because social media has coddled them to where they can just stay in the house. As long as they have a phone, who needs TV?
But you see, a big part of it, Mike.
Who needs TV?
Parents play a big role. Because if you have a young child, parents, you should be having your child go outside and do activities, especially when they're a boy. If they fall, they're not hurt. Get up.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah,
like I just had my little man ride his bike the other day. He fell. Mm-hmm. He got back up. He fell. He got back up. I was teaching him how to balance himself on the bike. Mm-hmm. He fell. I said it's okay, but every time you try to change a little bit of what you're doing. Mm-hmm. But imagine, I'm not going to keep picking him back up. You got to teach him how
to get back up on his own.
To get back up on your own. I'm not going to babysit you for life. That's not how life works.
Because if they don't know how to get back up on their own, we're done.
People, it's a real conversation.
Completely done.
Today we're talking about the problem with having a weak generation. Why is the culture of the American culture so weak? Why are we so sensitive to opinions, especially when we don't agree to it? That's the problem. We feel like we got to agree to everything. Nowadays, sometimes me and Mike, we on Clubhouse. You sometimes have grown men. They debating their side. And somebody else on the opposing side don't agree. Oh, they just upset. The whole room got to get shut down because...
Correct. Because
that one person feels...
Everybody should
agree to what he feels.
Correct.
And keyword, he feels.
Correct.
Feels is an emotional trait.
Correct.
We're growing up to really have a world of young, soft men. And that's a real problem. Who's going to lead the homes? Who's going to make the decisions? Who's going to be the strong fathers that some of us talk about? Because if all these kids are just soft and young, soft and emotional, any little thing, I'm taking my life. Any little thing, I don't know what to do. I might as well take my life. What?
Yeah.
What happened until you made a mistake? Go sit your ass down somewhere. What's the big deal?
And I want to pause here, right? Because we do know, and I do want to ensure that I show some empathy, right?
For sure.
Especially us as black men, we lead in the category of men, suicide, right?
Correct.
You see what happened to DJ Boss, rest in peace to him and his family. We suffer in silence.
Correct.
And
we don't express ourselves.
Our generation before that, yes, we could probably do better with that. But as a collective, as a whole, just as people, not just only black men, but the new version of men coming up is really where my focus is. I think aside from social media, the problem is this inclusive environment.
What do you mean by inclusive? As in?
Inclusion, right? Everything is diversity and inclusion. We want to include the alphabet community. We want to include this community. We want to include that community. I don't care what anybody believes or what they want to do. That's their business.
Correct.
What I don't agree with, though, is that once somebody airs a grievance or doesn't agree, it's basically you're a bad person if you don't agree.
You know why? Because a lot of us weren't taught how to...
Everybody wants to be included.
A lot of people weren't taught how to be receptive to listening, not agreeing to what other people do or say.
I just think there's a sensitivity issue. That's what I think.
It really is. You got to really think about it, right?
Very heightened right now.
If somebody said, it's like if Beyonce came out right now and said something, and you disagree as a woman, some people would be like, you don't know what you're talking about as a human being.
Correct.
In their eyes, Beyonce is 100% right.
Correct.
No matter if she could have been wrong. No matter people, you understand, everybody was raised differently. Everybody got a different lifestyle. Everybody got a different faith. Everybody got a different way of life. So we're gonna have different opinions. We're gonna look at things differently. But the problem is people just can't accept it.
Yeah, I don't know why people are so sensitive now, because I mean you got influencers getting removed from websites and
That Andrew Tate shit, I don't get it.
And it's just, I mean,
the man voices his opinion. What's the big deal? I just don't get it.
What
was the difference with Kevin Samuels? What's the big difference?
It can go deeper than that. It's not just them. It's just in general of people.
Yeah.
If you can't air your grievance, what is the point of social media, right? Is this an echo chamber?
Yeah.
Is it made to just be?
But you know what?
And it's like when people get their feelings hurt, they go above and beyond. Like, this cannot go down. I need to go do this, and I need to go do that, so they can remove it. So they can remove it.
It's
so
true.
They can silence it. Instead of removing it and silencing it, very simple. Remove yourself.
That's it. Remove yourself from the post. Remove yourself from the platform. Remove yourself from the comment section.
Hey, log off. Go live a real life, right? And this is where I say the sensitivity has gone through the roof. Because why? We're living in an era where now we get to see everybody's thoughts. You post something, all the comments are there. Good, bad, indifferent.
You know,
and comment sections can go drive people crazy sometimes. And this is beyond social media, just in general.
You know what it is? Because too, I feel like this, Mike. A big part of that is because
nothing, man. People solve.
A lot of people have no life. I'm not saying all. A lot of people have no life.
I'm not saying all.
When I say life, I'm talking real life.
Right.
Their life is based on social media. Love and hip hop shows, Netflix series, anything that doesn't put money in their pocket. Right. Their life is based on that. Watching other people's pages, gossiping, being concerned about what this rapper, artist, self-made person is doing, when you should be worried about yourself. And to me, use social media as an outlet just to enjoy moments of just laughter. Nothing wrong with that. But the moment it gets to a point where it's bothering to the point where you can't sleep, you emailing the proper authorities, like you emailing Zuckerberg. I mean, you email Mark Zuckerberg's customer service department about potential debate threats. Like what are we talking? People, social media is just social media. I'm not gonna ever take content that a person is just giving their opinion on and add it emotionally to me. That's just their opinion. That's all it is.
Right.
It's nothing more, nothing less.
And here's the thing, right? I think what happens is that specifically for our young boys, right, with this inclusion environment, hey, I just showed up, I deserve a trophy.
Facts.
Just because I participated, I should get recognized. That mindset, that coddling, right, of these new boys coming up, it's going to be very bad for these ladies, because ladies are asking, women are asking for leaders, right? Especially for us.
That shit done now. Ladies, y'all gonna be paying all the bills. I'm telling you right now. Because the way these men growing up, they growing up so soft. Some of these men are growing up so soft, it's crazy.
What do you think about this?
So sensitive. Let me tell you.
Dutch on the first day, 50-50. Listen,
let me say this.
I'm paying for that shit. I'm sorry.
This whole. See, here's the problem, right?
I'm paying for that shit. I'm sorry, bro.
Kevin Samuels and this whole relationship thing went too far left, right? So condolences to my boy. I'm a fan of Kevin Samuels.
So we just gonna blame Kevin.
But the problem, here's what happened. Brothers been cheap, or some men been cheap.
Right.
So now they take the fact of, look, whatever. That is true. People love to take. You gotta say, people love to take something to leverage off of and just keep running with it. So damn, I'm a cheap ass dude. I'm taking a woman on a date.
She gotta prove to me why.
She gotta prove to me why I gotta spend my $18
on her.
She gotta prove to me why I gotta spend my $25 and she gotta spend her $25. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you can't afford to take a woman out, just don't take her out.
Facts.
50-50. Are you Look, I get it. There's nothing wrong with a man having a woman pay a certain percentage of bills a month. I get that part. But you fighting for 50-50, that's some broke nigga shit. Guaranteed you, right? That's some broke nigga shit.
100%.
Only a broke man would have them type of conversations.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's look, swear, shit is not good. I need to really talk to you.
Yeah.
What we talking about, babe? I need to split all the bills 50-50.
No, not even that.
What?
Forget the bills.
Fuck?
Let's talk about first date. Oh, first date, she got to prove to me first that she's really into me. Bro, are you telling me is that tight that you believe you can't even split the bill on a meal? That you're also eating with her. You're interested in her. And you're debating the point of why can't we just meet at a Starbucks? Bro, who raising these boys?
Yeah, you go again. You know what's happening now.
Who's like this is my point about this weakness, right?
Yeah.
There's a certain grit, there's a certain, you know what I'm saying, bravado, there's a certain level of that us as men are missing. You know, there's a certain level of aggression that we're missing. We're not built like men anymore. Men don't even want to go out and work out no more. Want to lift nothing. They look like little kids. They don't want to get fly and get dressed. They don't like just the art of manhood is
Some
lost.
men don't put on blazers. Some men don't have blazers. Some men don't have dress shoes. Some men don't have quality cologne. Some men don't understand the importance of talking proper. They think it's talking here, that quote unquote talking in white, putting certain cultures on a pedestal. But again, that's a whole different topic. But people at the end of the day, it's true. We're lost. We're emotional. We're still lost. We're soft at everything. A lot of men now don't even know how to change a tire. Don't know how to change oil. And imagine, these are women that's with these men. Women, if you got a man that can't even change a tire,
right? That
don't even know. Okay,
that's like level one of car shit. That's level one of car.
Imagine you on date number 2. Hey, look, I don't know, something been going on with my car. You open the hood for him, because since he want 50-50, I guess you got to open the hood. Okay, so that's how the men want it nowadays. 50-50, you got to open the hood. You got to press the button. I'm gonna open the hood. Or I'll hear to press the button and you open the hood. Because men want 50-50. Okay? So imagine you open the hood and you tell the man, look, where do I pour the oil?
Can you open it up for me?
Pop it up. Yeah.
Why I gotta open it? It's 50-50. Why you can't open it for me? This shit is wild.
So you're gonna lose a great woman because you're on this 50-50 foolishness.
Mindset.
That somebody who probably didn't have no good relationships is giving you advice on. Because a lot of these brothers, first of all, not engaged, not married,
not desirable,
not
ugly as hell,
not the type of haven't even been with enough cultured types of women or different type of diverse women. When I say diverse, we're talking pay scale, we're talking culture, we're talking frame wise, industry wise. Some brothers ain't dating a woman more than $50,000 a year, pay wise. And some dudes have not, everything they dated been bad body. and that's who you taking advice from. Right. That the reason he talking to 50-50 foolishness. Come be real with you. If you're a raggedy woman, if you're raggedy and you know your frame ain't right, you ain't bad, you might go for the 50-50.
Right.
But you ain't gonna be no top notch. Know you got your ish together. Know your frame right. Know your mind right. Know what you want out of life. And you got a brother on your phone talking about some 50-50 foolishness.
Yeah, we about to meet at what's it called? I don't know. Yard House. Yeah. So when the bill comes, go ahead and bring cash. We're gonna split the bill first for the first date. I don't normally pay for first dates, but after the second date, we'll see.
Oh, it's crazy.
If you don't put that boy on the block list.
No, imagine the other day I was on I seen a woman I see a woman on the side. I said, oh, shit, I'm home. I said, boom, but I see her with a dude. Yeah. So I just strolled by. I said, you good? She like, nah, we not. I said, okay, maybe the jumper cables ain't working. So I pulled over. Nah, it ain't the jumper cables. They got jumper cables in the back.
What's wrong?
Brother man, the problem is the tire flat. Here we go. Brother man don't know. He don't know how to take out the jack out the trunk. He said he don't really know too much about taking off tires. And I'm looking at, imagine, in my mind is like, this woman is letting this man beat the brakes off her.
First off, before you get there, what type of car is this?
Oh yeah, it was nothing I could respect. Like it was like a little Buick, something. You know
okay, Buick. That's why the reason I'm asking, because some BMs don't even got, in the back.
No, it was like a little Buick. So there's a spare back there.
There's a spare back there. There's a spare tire and all the jack. Everything he needs was there.
Everything was there. I got that boom. I said,
so what he didn't have was the knowledge.
And cause you could have got on your YouTube and just.
So he didn't have a smartphone. That was my next question. He had a smartphone.
You see the problem?
Did he have a smartphone? No.
No, he had a smartphone. He definitely had, I think, an Android. But imagine.
But he ain't going.
He didn't even use it.
He ain't go to YouTube and be like, okay, how do you change it?
And a woman in their mind can say, I want to date him. So let me get this right. You want a brother. Women, y'all gotta date a man that don't bring no value to the table but some dick. And split 50-50 with a dude that can't even change a tire. A dude that don't even know where you put oil in. What section do you put oil in the engine? They don't even know where the oil engine at a component is. Women, I'm gonna be honest with you. That 50-50 foolishness. Imagine you going to the movies, yeah, baby. The bill is $38. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay your half. What?
The fries.
Women, you gotta be joking.
The fries and the Long Island that you got, yeah, go ahead. It's about
$20. If you broke as a man, just don't date.
Just don't date.
If you broke as a man, just tell the woman, honestly, I can't afford to bring you to Komodos. I can't afford to bring you to anything higher than Chili's.
Right.
And if you go to Chili's, I can handle the bill 100%. But if we go on a wet Miami or Komodos or
if it's not a 4 for $4, I can't afford it.
Bar and G, I'll be honest with you, we're gonna have to take a pause on that. I can't really do the whole. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Now 70-30, that's a whole different discussion.
Yeah, but we talking about first dates though.
First date, nah. First date, you gotta handle that as a man.
I mean, as you get older, as you get forward in the relation, I believe it should be something that you should do. You and her can figure out the dynamics, but don't plug me like that.
I wish. You know what I wish?
I don't plug me like that.
I wish women could give men a fucking quiz. They didn't get a quiz. They didn't get a pop quiz on the first motherfucking date. I'm gonna tell you what the pop quiz is gonna be. Question 1: where's the tire in the car? You got 5 seconds to answer. Question 2: what is Freon?
What's Freon?
Question 3:
what is a jack? Where in the car do you put a jack?
What is a jack? We're not talking a man. What is a jack? We ain't talking about jack. Hey, what is a jack? Okay, in layman terms or whatever term you want to use, whatever vernacular you want to use.
How do you use a jumper cable?
How do you use a jumper cable? Is the negative going to be on the red or is the negative going to be on the black? Imagine there'll be some niggas get an F, man. The boys spelled the pop quiz.
Unfortunately, this will be our first and last date. Okay, we won't be meeting.
Women, look, men, I get it. Men, I get it. A lot of y'all gonna blame, I ain't got a father. The reason I'm a bitch, the reason I'm soft is because I ain't got a father. The reason I don't know how to lift nothing, the reason I don't like to work hard is because I
shit get rough. I start crying and just breaking down. And
what happened to the men that lift things, that work concrete, that work for the city, work for the poor? You see my waste management guys that come to my house every day? These boys wake up 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, earlier than that.
Sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning, picking up trash.
Mm-hmm. Now they up at 3 to get ready to do it at 4.
At one of my properties the other day, at the condo, I caught a black man in a garbage can opening up every trash bag. I said, what the hell is this man? I had a video, I'm sure the video. I said, what the hell is this man doing? This man is helping the HOA not have to pick up 20 times a week. I ain't a fan of that shit, but I get it. Damn, the man really working hard. There's some real hard workers in this world.
Yeah.
And there's some dudes, damn, I got to pick up a tire. You got gloves? Oh, man. You don't know how to.
Gloves?
You got gloves.
You can't get your hands.
Man, you don't pick up that goddamn. See. Women, I'm going to be honest with y'all. There's a lot of. What?
It's bad out here, man. It's bad out here.
It's crazy.
But this is where I think. This is where I believe. Before we get to the comments, I think here's what I think it is, right? Because of social media, because of the diversity and inclusion,
Luber was popping,
and everybody wanted to be involved, and their opinions matter, their feelings matter. Self-esteem has been, at an all-time low. What I mean by that is, self-esteem and self-confidence. The difference between the two is self-esteem is the appreciation and value of yourself.
Correct.
The confidence is the belief in yourself and your abilities, right? That's the difference between the two. They overlap, but the difference between confidence and self-esteem is hey, you have high appreciation and value for yourself.
Correct.
Unfortunately, a lot of men are not haven't been trained on manhood.
Correct. Fair to say.
And they don't really have camaraderie. What do I mean by that? There's no other men around them. They're raised around nothing but women. So when you're raised around nothing but women, as a young man, little boy,
the
young
sensitive
man,
aspects,
adult man, you respond to women like women.
But hold on, can we?
Because there's a lot of men who are catty. They gotta have the last word. They gotta go back and forth. I don't respond to women like a woman. I respond to women like a man. Baby, I hear you. Here's what we're doing. All right? And we continue. There is no back and forth. Right? Okay, baby, cool. That's what you want to do. That's fine.
But you gotta look at the opposite side of that, Mike. There's a lot of women having kids just for money, just for status.
Yeah, but
and then the man leaves their ass. And then you know what they say? To make their self-esteem sound good? Well, as long as I got my baby, I'm good. We gonna be good. No, the fuck you're not.
Yeah.
Because now that child, boy or girl, is being raised by a woman. Not saying a woman can't raise a boy, but a lot of women can't. Especially the boy.
No, you can raise a boy, you can't raise a man. There's a difference.
And that's the problem. Because now as that young man becomes a grown man, he needs father guidance.
Figures. He needs figures. Uncle.
And you need these
older
individuals
brother.
to give you real life talk, not the sugar-coated shit to make you feel good.
Right.
But again, here it goes.
Right.
You decided.
Be nice. Or no, don't talk about that.
Come on.
The coddling has come to an all-time high. And unfortunately, the men that are born now going back to 2015 or 2010, the men from that generation going forward.
Oh yeah, it's a lot.
It's slim picking for the ladies, unfortunately.
I just had a homegirl.
Slim pickings.
I just had my homegirl tell me the other day. She was like, her husband is so soft. He got no backbone.
Yeah. But how did he become your husband?
That's the part we didn't talk about.
So,
it's to be
I
continued.
hear you, mama. But let's back up.
But yeah.
Before we get on him, let's get on you. How did you make him your husband again?
and to be with him for so long. But my thing is this to women too.
Lord.
Women, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know how they say sometimes if an intruder comes in your house, you need a man to protect you.
That shit ain't gonna taste for everybody.
I'm gonna be real with you. Some of y'all ain't gonna make it.
Some
But who y'all picking? He ain't gonna make it. But all y'all ain't gonna make it because he's so soft. He ain't gonna know what to do.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna know how to react.
Right.
Because he's never dealt with pressure.
Right.
Imagine an intruder in your house got a mask on.
These boys built with tissue.
You know what I'm saying? He got his gun in his hand.
Right.
And you got a man who don't know what brakes is.
Yeah.
You got a man who don't know how to use the gun.
Like, hold on. Let's go out the window. Let's go out the window. Oh my God. No. Hey!
Women.
Bro,
This shit crazy.
This shit's comical.
These men out here, a lot, not all. Fellas, I want to make sure y'all understand. When I say not all, there's a 30% or 20% that you know who you are.
The best way to resolve this,
you're not included.
Is
a lot of men are soft.
First look for somebody who's built like a man.
Yeah.
First off,
and then I hope
if he doesn't look like he does push-ups, if he doesn't look like he lifts anything, like the first question women should ask: do you even lift, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you even lift? Like that's what you need to figure out first. Because if he can't carry you, what the hell can he carry?
People, put your comments below. I want to hear how do you feel. Is it true that the culture? Is it true that men and women, especially men?
Yeah, we're talking to the men tonight. We'll leave the women out this one.
Is it true that men are very weak and emotional towards everything you say or every type of man you date? These men nowadays, how weak are they?
Are we raising a generation of weak men? But what are the comments saying about it? What they talking about? I see a lot of smiling and laughing emojis and shit and stuff. What's going on?
We got a couple good evenings. We got a couple that's crazy. Oh, wow, I can tell you how to. Linda says I can tell you how to change a tire. Oh no, a man must know how to change tire. Well, you'll be surprised, Linda.
How many men don't use YouTube for the right reasons?
They using YouTube to understand what happened to what's going on with Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
They're using YouTube to find out who's snitching on the Rico case with Young Thug.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't using YouTube to add value to their life to learn, hold on, how do you change a tire? How do you change a starter in a car? Where is the starter? What does a starter do?
Mm-hmm.
What is an alternator?
Mm-hmm.
What type of paint do you paint on the outside of a house?
Mm-hmm.
Semi-gloss, exterior semi-gloss. What the hell is a finish? Like, is it gloss? What does gloss mean? Eggshell? What is this?
Mm-hmm.
But boy, they know one thing. They know how to put the pound game on y'all women.
Yeah.
They know how to put the sweet talk. But when it comes to being a real man, this is why a lot of women having this problem, and why a lot of women are single, because the choices are limited.
Yeah.
And then the ones that do have those traits, because a lot of women dating so much bitch-made dudes, they ain't gonna understand how to be receptive to a real man that's coming with aggressiveness, with masculinity. They're not gonna understand how to be receptive to that. They're so used to some of these Atlanta dudes. You know what I'm saying? They got that film. I don't know what the fuck going on. Fingernails painted, look fruity and thuggish at the same time. Right. I don't know what that's about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm gonna speak for Florida. We either straight or you on the opposite side.
Right. Well, what else they talking about over
there? Darren says Jack. Oh, he said Jack to put the car in. Obviously, Darren know what a jack is.
What's going on?
He said the spare tires in the truck. He said jump.
You see, he passed the test already.
You see, Darren already passed the test. Darren Garvin, obviously, he's a real man.
He's in the trunk.
He like,
he's back in the car.
That thing got an 8 on the pop quiz already. That boy like, shit, I already know these answers. That boy said jumper cables on positive. Hey, I like Darren. Darren has gone through things. Darren probably had his car broken down at certain points of life. I have had it a lot.
Facts.
My car broke down a lot in life. So I definitely had to figure things out. Water pump went out.
Right.
Alternator went out. Damn, I had to call a tow truck, sweating outside.
Right.
We all been through it, but some men, they don't know what that is. Like, breaking down, what's that? I would, like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Having a child, his first car, he break down. I'm not coming.
No, he got.
I just want to hear, hey, Dad, I broke down. Oh, for real? You all right? Okay. All right, just call me when you get home. What? You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming.
Right.
What do I look like as a grown man coming to my son's rescue because his car need to be towed? Wait for the tow truck.
Yeah.
Or call one of your other friends.
Right. Figure it out. That's just what I'm gonna catch you at home. We'll deal with that when you get to the house. I want to see how you solve problems, how you handle issues.
People, put your comments below. We want to hear. Is it us? Is it me and Mike that feels this way?
No, it's not.
Is it a lot of men? Is it a lot of men getting weak? It's like, damn, you can't even put a post. I done had grown men text me paragraphs. Man, I don't like what you said in your last video. You a bitch ass nigga, man. Bitch ass niggas, man.
Oh, Lord.
I don't like how you said it in that video. Wow. You wrote a paragraph.
He said, wow.
Wow. I'm a mentor. I teach financial literacy. I got people texting me 2, 3 in the morning. I don't like what you said in that last video, man. It kind of really bothered me.
Yeah, well,
that's what bothered you.
That's what bothered you.
Shit.
All the stuff that can be bothering you. That's what's bothering you.
I got property taxes went up on all my properties. That shit bothering me.
You suck about.
Yeah, this insurance rates are high. That's what's bothering me.
You know what I'm saying?
My compensation need to go. My income need to go triple. That's what's bothering me. These prices of meat have gone up. That's what's bothering me. Not know what he said and what she said and, how she don't agree with. I don't give a damn if she don't agree with me or he don't agree. I'm going to always voice my opinion. Everybody's not going to agree.
Correct. You're not supposed to.
Everything I talk about in a lot of my videos, me and Mike talk about, these are our opinions.
Correct.
Our perspective.
Correct.
You don't have to agree. But if you're going to have your own opposing perspective, feel free to debate it. Explain to us why.
Right.
That's all we want to hear.
Yeah, explain your reason.
Maybe your reason might actually make us change our point of view. Like, oh, you know what, Dan, I ain't really.
Yeah.
But now
I'm
these
not
men,
that
nah,
biased.
man. When I catch Mike, bro, I'm gonna swing on him. I'm gonna swing on Mike when I catch him. It's so personal.
I think it was in the gym now. I'm on the heavy band.
I like what Darren said. Darren says, my pops never came to help me out. I love that.
Yeah, I love
He
that.
should have never came. Hell no.
Nah. Supposed to.
Once you finish telling the prom, that's crazy. You good over there? All right now. Darren, you good. Don't call me back.
Yeah.
Text me when you get home. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Let me know when you get there.
But this men now, it's like they're whining, they're crying. Grown men nowadays are very soft.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God, my girl.
It's a weak generation.
My girl, she's moving different.
So the takeaway for you ladies is, please, if you have sons, try to get them out of under you. Don't coddle them too much, and put them in environments where they can actually be men.
For sure.
Be boys. They can figure things out. Put them in an escape room. Get them into a sport. Or if you can't pay for a sports team, take them to a park so they can go play a sport with other boys. Get roughed up a little bit.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's okay.
Get an elbow and the lip. Oh, my lip. Yeah, you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get their nose a little bumped up a little bit. Get a bloody nose. Maybe scrape their leg a little bit. They need to go through that.
Them boys.
It does something to you as a young man. So when you get older, you've had that experience, right? You've had that grit that, you know what? Nothing is ever given. Everything is earned.
You know, it's very true. You know, when I look at life growing up, I used to ride bikes. I used to play football. We used to play tackle football all the time. We used to play flag football, basketball. And, you know, playing basketball, I'm going to keep it real because I'm a black man. Playing basketball with blacks and Hispanics, I'm going to keep it real with you. When you losing, people don't play fair.
No.
And it's going to toughen you up because sometimes you got to shoot a quick phase. Sometimes you got to step in somebody's face. I'm not saying it's right, but I want you to understand it toughens you up. It toughens you up for reality because people, I'm going to be honest with you.
Thick skin.
We need more thick skin. We need more men, real men.
Yeah, these tissue built boys out here right now is not it. And I'm sorry, ladies. I'm here to call them to the fire. Right. The gun line is here. It's ready. I'm here to call them out, line them up. You know what I'm saying? Tell them to go do some push-ups. We need to enlist some of these boys.
Hey, look, I'm going to say this too. Women, if you got a young man and he's 17, 18, he got a job, he need to pay a bill. I'm going to tell you what's the problem. I'm going to tell you what's the problem when kids ain't paying any bills. There's a lot of kids that's on pedestals. Oh, my child in college, he don't need to work. He in college. A lot of us was working and in college. We saved our money, bought a car. We saved our money, did what we had to do. We lost our money making bad decisions. These kids nowadays don't know where you pay phone bills at. Don't know what automatic debit is. Don't know what the water department is. Don't know what FPL look like.
Yo, I want women to do this.
It's crazy.
What would you think? What would you think would happen if more women, mothers, girlfriends, wives, ask their counterparts, they men in their life, their sons, their husbands, or their quote unquote boyfriends. If women ask dudes, right?
Yeah. If
your girl asks you today, how much push-ups you did today? How'd that make you feel?
Just say how much push-ups they did for the year.
No. If your girl asks you, Bobby, how much push-ups you did? How much push-ups you did today, baby? Hey, baby, how many push-ups you did?
You know what that does? It touches you to make you say,
it's like, damn, what you trying to say?
Yeah, let me go drop 30 real quick.
What you mean, how much I did? I ain't do nothing yet.
Just drop the shirt. I'm gonna drop the shirt right now.
I'm just asking. You know, she's like, no, it's cool. I'm just asking to see how much you did tomorrow. Yeah. So how much push-ups you did today, baby?
Sometimes you gotta stroke them like that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Because if women do it to us, it's an ego strike. So ladies, take that note. Ask your boyfriend, whoever you with. So baby, how many push-ups?
I like that though. It does work. Imagine telling the man.
Ask your son, how many push-ups you did today, baby? I ain't doing no. You did nothing.
Imagine women. You got a man that came from the gym. You hit him with this. I see you don't like to work out chest. He's gonna be heated. He's gonna be damn, what you? I just did chest today. Oh, you did? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry about that.
What was the weight? How much you did?
Like, damn.
You did 20 pounds,
she didn't even see it. I was busy too. She didn't even see me.
She didn't even see me.
He's gonna be in his feelings like, damn. See, women, it's important to understand. Be careful who you're dating And again, brothers, I love my brothers. I want us all to win, but also too, like,
It's time to toughen up, man.
we gotta toughen up. We gotta understand life is not
You
easy.
guys need some grit out here, man. We need
Life is not easy. I'm telling you,
man. To run the world is not easy. To run a business is not easy. To run your life is not easy. To run your household is not easy. Leadership is not easy. That's why there's very few that's called to be a leader.
I think as you get older, I think a lot of men, when they're so weak, they don't understand the balances of life, and that's why a lot of them commit suicide and go through things.
Correct.
Because they didn't know how to pay bills.
They didn't know how to understand how to deal with pressure.
They don't know how to deal with pressure.
Going your way.
They don't know how to be a problem solver. A lot of men battle with learning how to make practical decisions that could really add value long-term decisions. Critical thinking. It's hard for some of them because they never went through that. Everything was, let me go call my mommy. Let me go call my daddy. See, if you take that cycle away from them, yeah, you are going to be their support, their foundation. Mm-hmm. But men still have to learn how to be a man.
Yep.
Let men learn how to make decisions.
And a lot of that is learning how to trial and error.
For sure.
There is no handbook. A lot of that's going to be through trial and error. The only handbook you can have is wisdom. An OG around you. Somebody who's older, who's been through this, who can tell you, or who's more experienced. Aside from that, trial and error. And that's what it needs to be.
I think that's so important what you say, Mike, because when you don't try anything, there's no experiences. And the problem with life, too, is when you grow up and you haven't done anything, especially as men, you could imagine. One is it limits you to the amount of money you can make.
Correct.
It limits you to seeing things in a different aspect because you've been living in this minute world of just trying to be perfect and nothing changes. You haven't challenged yourself. A lot of men, they never want to challenge themselves because emotionally they feel, damn, if I don't do it perfect, which never exists, I'm not going to feel right about myself. But if you went through it, whatever you're trying to go through, and you got it done, even though it took you 5 times to get it done, you'll be surprised to see how stronger of a man you are. And women, pay attention to men y'all date. Some men, once something go wrong in their life, they fold.
Correct.
They fold. Oh my God, I'm having a bad day. A real man, we going through 50 different things.
You'll never know.
Hey, how your day going?
You'll never know.
Ooh, you know life, baby. I'm doing what I do, but I'm good.
You'll never know. If it's important, we let somebody know. But if it's something that we believe, we can get through, you get through it. And when you get through it, there's a power in going through adversity.
Yeah. Right?
There's a power in being broke.
For sure.
Right? That's why David John made the book.
For sure.
The power, but because you become creative, you start to have ingenuity. You start to realize, damn, I can actually do more with less. I actually can get by with less. You know what? Now, when I do get some money, let me practice that. Let me put that discipline in.
For sure. Self-discipline is everything. I think
men should have that. Every man should have that. If he's not doing something physically with his body every day, if he's not trying to read something that he's learning, you know what I'm saying? If he's not spiritually trying to get to a higher level, financially trying to get to a higher level, these are 4 pillars every man should be focusing on. This is what you call purpose. If he's not living in purpose, he has no ambition.
I love how you said that.
You need to have pillars that you go back on. My 4 pillars is to reach the highest version of myself physically, correct, financially, mentally, spiritually. Once I reach those 4 pillars, and I'm constantly going through that. So meaning it's not a plateau, it's not a destination. It's just for my life until I'm here, until I'm gone.
I'll be honest with you.
Because there is no, I've reached the best you can be physically. You can always change something.
The 4 pillars he talked about, if you really pay attention, in order to reach any of the 4 pillars he stated, you need self-discipline.
Yeah.
A lot of you don't realize the problems that you go through sometimes the money you lose in life as a man, the problems you keep going through is because everything is emotional problems. Mm-hmm. If you took the emotion out of it, mm-hmm, and sometimes even listen to what a woman got to say, mm-hmm, or even listen to what life is teaching you, mm-hmm, or just pay attention to what life just taught you, mm-hmm, you'll be surprised with self-discipline how far you can go in life. Because when life gets rough, as you get older, it's bills, it's family, it's work, it's business, it's so many things going on, family stress. You got so many variables. Without self-discipline and learning how to balance life, man, I see why some of y'all go through it. Y'all don't know how to deal with things. Everything is emotional. You're gonna start blaming people. Man, I wish my dad was here. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Man, you right here. What the fuck you mean with your dad? You here?
Right.
Figure it out.
Right. This is the self-esteem part.
It's a real issue, man.
This is the self-confidence part, right? And I get it. Some people do struggle with that.
Correct.
But you need to figure out a way. As men, your goal is to find solutions and push yourself through that. Go to a gym, befriend gym people. Don't be awkward, or just go to the gym every day and start seeing people. The people who know.
For sure.
There's a certain set of people you go to the gym, you're gonna always see them because this is not just something they're doing to get to a goal. This is a lifestyle.
Correct.
Now the time they come may change because of what else is going on, but they don't manage their gym, their life around their gym.
Correct.
Right? They manage the gym around their life. Right? So they have a life, but a part of that they say, okay, you know what? I can't go 2:00 in the afternoon no more. I need to go 3:00 in the morning, 4:00 in the morning. If it is what it is. If you got to do that, which means you got to focus on when you go to bed.
People, just to really close.
These are small things,
Just to really reset the room and close back out. I just want you guys to know this topic was really based on teaching you guys that weak men is causing a lot of issues when we talk about in the aspect of longevity.
Well, generations
of generations is going to have problems because so many men are emotionally weak.
Yeah.
Everything is personal.
I feel. I can't
believe.
If you start with
emotional
if the conversation starts with I feel and not I think, be wary.
Oh my God, there are a lot of people. Like even the other day, I put a comment on somebody's post. It's like these boys was attacking me. I said, "Damn, I can't have my opinion. These boys are going hammer." I ain't even entertain them, but it's just like it's
Which
funny.
post? Which post?
I was on a post. I put a comment on a post.
Oh, you put a comment on?
I put a comment on somebody's post, and man, these brothers was throwing haymakers at me.
Twitter fingers.
I said, damn, if I was their neighbor, they probably would have just jumped me.
Right.
I would have had to just shoot an 8-on-1. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I learned it's
so
that's the
emotional,
problem,
bro. So emotional.
Once you don't agree with what they gotta say or what somebody says,
it's up.
That's it. Your day is ruined. Them boys probably went to work upset. Like, I can't believe this clown ass. People at the end of the day, everybody can have their opinion. But guys, the reason we really wanted y'all to learn this in conclusion is to learn how to make better choices. How to make choices based on reality. I get the whole 50-50 shit, but I'm gonna tell y'all something, y'all gonna lose a lot of great women with that 50-50 bullshit on the first day.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, men, learn how to be men. I want to always tell you this too. Life ain't always gonna be fair. I'm telling you, I can speak on that firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
Life is not always going to be fair.
That's a fact.
But if you got a good woman, just make sure you treat her right and keep her. You'll be all right. I'm telling you.
Anything else in the comments?
You know what? I think our comments is done for the night.
People, we appreciate you guys coming in. We got some big things planned for the year. Stay tuned to our conversations. We make these topics on the whim because we're actually busy in real life.
Correct.
So as we, we're gonna clean it up and get it a little bit more better for you guys. But listen, what we care about more is consistency, right? The discipline of it. That's what I want to show people here. So, but I don't want us to build a generation of weak people, specifically weak men.
Yeah.
Let's be intentional about how we wake up, about how we go about our day, how we spend our time. Figure out what that is for you. If you're a man, you don't know your purpose. You should be able to know it and articulate it, right? Without having any issues. Your purpose is not to open a gym. That's not your purpose.
Correct.
Right? Your purpose is deeper than that. This is lifelong. Men, figure out what that is. Figure out what that is and live through that.
Correct.
Ladies, only follow and submit to men who do have a purpose. If he doesn't have one, you need to get your shit together and keep it moving.
This is your boy from MentorMe.com alongside.
It's your boy Mike the Advisor. We appreciate y'all. Please tune in to us again
next week, Thursday.
We'll be
The Painful Truth. Make sure you follow me on Spotify, TikTok, MentorMe@954. People, if you want to support the movement, make sure you get on Spotify. It's $9.99 a month to support what we got going on.
Yes, sir.
Really teaching you guys a lot of great generational wealth information to really get you guys the right direction of life. And also, shout out to all my women who send me DMs and all that good stuff.
All day.
Who watch all my content.
Yeah, we love it.
God bless.
Thank you so much. Peace.